The Wizards, John Wall is supposed to come back in the next week or two. He's been, going through a very rough ordeal while he's been injured. Number one, you have Martin Gortat saying that it was, basically nice that no one was holding the ball. Bradley Beal said everybody eats. Yeah. And the Wizards have actually been very, very good since John Wall has been injured.
Yeah. This is another piece where I don't understand how things get out to the media, where they're like,
No, they said it post game. It was post game.
Well, yeah, that stuff. But
Gortat talks.
When
Gortat doesn't care.
Gortat and Wall had like a meeting, and they were like, "It's still not resolved." Like, just like
if I'm Gortat, what are you gonna say to me, John Wall?
Just like
I will knock you out.
It's cool.
I'm from wherever country I'm from.
Poland.
I'm from Poland. I'm 6'11". I will knock your ass out.
Oh yeah.
And what are you gonna do about it? Nothing.
Can you tell me what the Wizards last 5 games are?
The Wizards
they've won
the Wizards are 7-3 in their last 10 games. They currently have lost 1. They're currently a game back behind the Cavaliers. The only thing that's been questionable for me, for the Wizards this year is that within their division, actually, they're 6-5 this year, which is odd because in their division is Miami, Charlotte, Orlando, and Atlanta. You would think that they would have a better record in their division, and then even in terms of the conference, they're 21-15. But they have been 7-3 since John Wall got hurt. John Wall has been out. He's coming back. If you're John Wall, how do you come back? Number one, trying to fit into this team, and number two, dealing with your teammates. Like, you're supposed to be the number one guy. Thomas Satoransky has come in and played very good basketball since you've been injured. The team has been playing very good basketball since you've been injured. The ball has been moving way more since you've been injured. What do you personally do if you're John Wall?
I mean, I don't think he's going to do this, but what that says to me is, if you're John Wall, you got to look inside and be like, how do I make this team better by, working the ball around, moving more, playing defense, moving after I pass the ball, pass and screen away. I feel like he's not used to doing that. He's used to taking his man and then kicking to the corners, getting all the assists, getting all the accolades. But if he sees what they're doing right now, it's he's got to find a way to make be part of the system.
But also, I feel like that's somewhat on Scott Brooks too, though.
Yeah,
so you got to find out because you got to use him to his strengths.
Scott Brooks. I've said this early in the season. Scott Brooks is the worst coach in the NBA. I still feel like he is.
I don't like him. I do not like him.
I've never liked him. Never cared for him.
So you know that John Wall can't shoot. We all know you can damn near leave John Wall open and take your chances with John Wall. So you know you can. So you have to call cut plays and dive plays for him. You have to get him involved in the offense like that if you don't want him to pound the ball, because that's how he's effective. When John Wall's a very good playmaker. He's faster than damn near anybody in the league.
I feel like he's a Russ type in that scenario though, where you can't.
Russ shoots better than John Wall.
Yeah, but where you can't build an offense around him because he can't shoot well enough, and you have to keep the ball in his hands.
I think you can build an offense around Russ though.
I'd like to know who's scoring all the points for them in these games that they're winning.
Bradley Beal.
Yeah, Bradley Beal.
Is it just Beal?
Beal and Thomas Satoransky has been very good.
Their problem last year and their problems coming in this year, I think everyone would kind of agree. Their bench sucks. So it's weird to hear that their best player would go out. There's got to be a next man up, and then their bench, but
I disagree with that. I feel like since John Wall has been hurt, Satoransky has been averaging 12 points a game, 5.6 assists a game, and he's been averaging 3.2 rebounds a game. So he's been a guy that you've been able to essentially kind of come in and run with Bradley Beal, kind of where you can have him and Bradley Beal kind of alternate between being the point guard.
Yeah.
And he's played very, very well for them. So I think moving him back to the bench, you still have Kelly Oubre. My biggest thing for them is that Yao Mahimi.
Mike Scott's been good too.
Mike Scott has been decent, but Yao Mahimi, they gave that man that contract. Yao Mahimi is averaging 4.5 points a game. He's averaging 3.8 rebounds a game, 0.7 assists, 0.49 steals per game, 0.5 4 blocks per game on a 12 PER in 57 games, playing 14.8 minutes a game. And they gave that man a $60+ million contract? They need more interior presence. Because if you look at this team, right, it's John Wall, point guard, Bradley Beal, shooting guard, Otto Porter Jr., small forward, Kelly Oubre, small forward, Markieff Morris, power forward, Mike Scott, power forward, Gortat, center, Satoransky, small forward, Jody Meeks, small forward, Yao Mahimi, center, Tim Frazier, point guard, Jason Smith, power forward, Chris McCullough, power forward. They don't really have any size other than Gortat. And when you in the playoffs, and if you run in with a team that can shoot, you can't leave Gortat out there. Gortat can't handle Kevin Love. He ain't gonna be chasing Kevin Love around for threes when Kevin Love getting wide open threes in the corner. Am I wrong? That's a problem with it. So you got to depend on John Wall to shoot lights out, and you got to depend on the bench, which I think with him coming back, if they can run a more flow offense, they'll be all right.
I'm sorry to offend Wizards Twitter, but I think they're irrelevant. I think there are maybe 3 teams in the East that could do something, and the Wizards are not one.
I agree.
I thought they could last year, but I was wrong.
I think looking at you even look at the teams, man. I think you got Toronto, Boston, Cleveland, and Milwaukee, all better than Washington.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
all would win in a 7-game series
against Washington. Yeah,
against Washington.
I mean, unless Bradley Beal called the Holy Ghost.